Okay, I'm not really sure where we're supposed to look, but we're back, and it's been a couple years. And what I want to show you now is that we are working on the boat again. I'm going to flip that around now so you guys can see the boat instead of my hand. So where's the flip arounder thingy? Come on. Okay, we have flipped it around. And now you can see that's my shed. That's part of my solar panel project, which if you watch any of the other videos, you'll see that. Here's the boat. So what I decided to do with the floor, instead of painting it or doing something else, I decided to use this. It's called HydroTurf, and this particular color is Swamp Camo. My middle boy wanted the boat to be painted camo, but I didn't want to paint the boat camo, so I think this will be a happy medium compromise. So what we're going to do right now is the floor is 38 inches wide from the side where it comes up to the other side over there, where it goes past those supporting ribs. So what we're going to do is we're going to measure 38 inches and then add, you know, like an inch or something, figure out which groove that is, and take that carpet cutter over there and cut off a section of that mat. That mat is not long enough to cover the floor, so we're going to need that strip that we shave off to cover the remainder of the floor, which will probably be up here in little squares. Okay, so that's what we're going to do next. I'm not going to bore you with those details and let you watch that video, plus I can't because I don't have anybody holding the camera for me. So what I'm going to do is cut it and then I'll be back. Alright. Okay, so I cut it. I used this. It's a carpet cutter, carpet trimmer, and it cuts really easy. I'll see if I can't show you, but it was really easy. Let's see if I can do a little cross cut for you, actually show you what's going on with the scrap. Okay, here we go. This is the scrap, so I don't really need to keep all of this. I don't know how many pieces of this I'm going to need. I didn't mathematically calculate that out yet. Let's see if I can hold this. Doesn't look like it, but just want to show you that, oh, hey, that might be good. It's really easy with this carpet trimmer, so the stuff is kind of a breeze. Alright, well, I was going with the thing last time. Maybe I just gotta get it started. Hold on. Yeah. Okay, so once it's started, it's pretty easy. And, well, that's a video. There you go. So, cut it right off. And one of the things, one of the reasons I made it big was in case I screwed up. You know, always good to give yourself some buffers, just in case, because nobody's perfect and we're all human. And then right about here, I cut a little bit too deep. But the good news is that that's not relevant, because by the time it gets all trimmed up and everything, it's going to be a perfect fit. Now what we're going to do is this sheet right here that we just cut goes on that big old piece of aluminum over there. That's the floor. And if you remember from the last time that we were working on the floor, we got a whole bunch of styrofoam pieces for under the mat, which the styrofoam goes right on the bottom. Somebody else was using some kind of pink foam, which is fine. You know, I don't have any criticisms against nobody. Anyway, this is the floor, and I had to redo the floor because what happened and why the boat hasn't been worked on in a couple of years is because there's been several events in my life going on, and they basically took precedent over the boat. So we had to get a new roof. I needed some of the aluminum that was here for emergency repairs on our roof, and I ended up sacrificing the original floor. But it turned out that that was a good thing, because this floor is a little thicker, and I don't have to worry about walking on top of the aluminum now. This thing will be able to support anybody who's walking around in the John boat. Not that you should be walking around in a little 14-foot John boat, because That's not a good plan. All right. Anyway, we have just about all the pieces to put this thing together. So we're going to start putting it together very, very soon. And the first thing we're going to do is stick that mat material on this piece of aluminum. The only problem I have is where to do that. I think I might be able to do it right over there. Not sure. Hopefully. Oh, John sent me a picture of his Evan root. Now that looks sweet. Okay, man, that mat stuff kind of stinks, so, you know, it's got that 3M glue on the back. I think that might be what's making it stinky, but after it sits there a few days, it won't smell, so I'm not worried about it. Might be able to do it right over here, because now that it's trimmed, I just have to put the mat down. I'm going to need a rolling pin, they said, so that, you know, it can be nice and flat. Hi! And we'll see how that goes. Okay, well, those of you who were interested in the solar panel project for my shed, I had to replace the controller, the original controller. I either broke it or it was crap. But anyway, this one is much better. At least I hope. I only got it a couple days ago. And it has a switch where you can turn the whole load off and on, which is nice. And that way, when I decouple the battery, which is right down there, and I bought a brand new battery now, so it's brand new for the boat battery. It's supposed to run the shed lights, which are these little LEDs that are kind of glowing up there, or all around. And when it is doing that, it's in here. But when it runs the boat stuff, which there's a trolling motor back in here you can't see, but it's right back here. See? It says, oh no, that's the Mercury manual. But anyway, there it is. It's a little Minn Kota. It's not very big. Doesn't need to be big. The boat's not really super heavy. Oh shit. Well, anyway, let me pick that back up if I can. I can't, so we'll just leave it. All right. So anyway, the battery will run the trolling motor and all the other electronics for the boat when the boat is going out fishing. That's its whole purpose, actually, is to go fishing with my boys. So there you go. So now we're going to move this piece of aluminum over here to, well, I might be able to do it right over there. Not looking for a super clean place, just kind of a flat spot. It's not very dirty, but that patio area over there might work. Now, that patio over there is part of the pool system, so if I get that messy, my wife is going to kill me, but since its glue is already on the mat, I don't have to do that. I should just be able to peel and stick. So there shouldn't be any mess. So there should be no madness. Okay? All right, good. And now it is stuck to the aluminum. It also is a little bit stuck to the patio, but once I pull it up, it'll be fine. So we're gonna pull that up and put it somewhere so it can dry, kind of like overnight. I mean, it's just peel and stick stuff, so it really shouldn't be a problem, you know? Whew! That was more than I bargained for, but less than I thought it might be, so it wasn't too bad. All right, tomorrow we're going to trim the edges so that it comes out to be perfect. And if you look up at the places where I shoehorned in the pieces, I mean, you can tell that they're like extra trim pieces, but it's really not that big a deal because, like I said before, it's a fishing boat. So, you know, it doesn't have to look perfect. There we go. All right, what I've elected to do for tonight is put it upside down in the boat so that it can kind of cure, and ideally it won't be a problem because it will, you know, it's peel and stick and pretty much I was carrying it by the sheet instead of the aluminum, and aluminum ain't going anywhere. That's pretty good. So tomorrow, like I said, we'll be routering the trim so that the trim can fit down in there, and then we'll test fit it, and then we'll hunt out the styrofoam if we get the time from underneath the shed there, clean out the leaves, and then start working on actually attaching it to the bottom. Yeah, that'd be fun. All right, later guys.